Well, hello there, stranger.
I haven't seen you in a hot minute. How you been?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Pretty good. It's not like we just talked for about 15 minutes just catching up. Like, seriously, we both got just on the computer like, ah!
Dude, I haven't had anybody to talk to in days.
Dude, I just been staring at the wall. You know that meme of Pablo Escobar or whoever plays him just like staring at the empty pool and stuff. That's all I've been doing, waiting for this to come back. This has been my fault for the most part. I freaking have big change that happened, so I've been working on that and busy with work and anything. But you and I, off the bat, have already discussed getting back into our new schedule, especially with the new year coming around. So that should be good, right?
Yeah.
Let's just get right into this bad boy.
Get right into it.
I mean, I
Didn't see it.
But I believe you.
All right, welcome to another episode of I Didn't See It, But I Believe You. I'm Doug.
I'm Joel, and this is episode 127.
Sure is. And again, thank you for your patience for those waiting to hear another one from us. Or sorry if you just see a notification and accidentally pops up on your Spotify and you're like, God damn it.
These fuckers again.
I forgot that I fucking follow these guys.
I'm very proud to say that we made it to the top of Spotify Wrapped for me. I was like, I did get a couple people sent me screenshots, and we were number 2 on somebody's, and I thought that was pretty fucking dope. But
yeah, I got some reach outs. I got some shout outs too.
But we were number 1 on mine, motherfucker. And then I couldn't share my actual Spotify Wrapped because it was so fucking embarrassing. I think I sent you a screenshot. My top 5 songs were Jail by Kanye West, Goodbye by Limp Bizkit, Still Sick by Limp Bizkit, and then 2 Turnstile songs.
Mine was, I remember that number 1 song I listened to was No Tears by Scarface.
Fuck yeah, dude. I would never have guessed that, ever.
I love that song.
My coworker,
it's all stems from Office Space, but I still love that damn song.
Dude, my fucking an old coworker of mine at Half Price, he posted his, and dude, like me and him used to shoot the shit constantly. I'd still text this dude like almost every day, and I know exactly what he listens to and shit. So when he posted his Spotify, I was so fucking confused because his number 1 was Iron Maiden, and it said that he had listened to him like 15,000 minutes in the year, and I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, dude, I don't know, I just started jamming their discography and never stopped. Man,
I didn't realize it went so long.
Crazy, dude. Fucking, I was actually thinking, dude, so where did you and I went to an Iron Maiden, Megadeth, and Volbeat show?
No,
fucking
wrong.
No? Who was the opener?
Was it Volbeat?
It was fucking Volbeat because we were clowning hard.
No, it was because Volbeat is who played at that Slipknot concert I took my nephew to, and they were fucking terrible. No, I think it was just Megadeth and Iron Maiden. That's all it was.
Okay, well, it was a fucking incredible show. One of the fucking funnest nights I had at any concert when I was back in Austin. But where the fuck was that? Circuit of Americas?
Yeah.
That place is a fucking disaster. Did you hear about what happened at the fucking Rolling Stones concert?
Oh, the traffic stuff?
I'd like to get into that if you know anything about it. It's fucking hilarious.
I haven't heard anybody talk about it. Only like that they even went to the show. I've only heard about it from the news. And then
it was fucking insane. There was something like 50,000 people there. Okay. And people waited in line on that 1-lane road to get into the show for so long that most people missed all of the show. Were able to get a parking spot as Rolling Stones were finishing their encore, bro. They had motherfuckers out there trying to get Ubers till 5:30 in the morning, dude. There were thousands of people stranded there, and there's no security anywhere outside of the actual area, right? And they didn't have them.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the other thing: they didn't put them on the stage we went to. They put them behind that stage in the dirt. So they had 50,000 people cramming in this little area and then no direction to go. So I saw a bunch of people saying a huge group of thousands of people were all following each other and then got to a fence. And nobody knew what to do. So thousands of people climbed this fence together to get out of Circuit of Americas. There was a bunch of people were freaking out because this was right after the Astroworld thing.
Yeah,
and they had herded thousands of people into a tunnel, and everyone was freaking out in the tunnel, thinking like it was all about to go down again. Nuts,
dude. No, and it's like, but I don't know why. How many people were there? 500,000? Is that what you said?
50,000, bro. Can you imagine a concert with 500,000 motherfuckers?
I was sitting at Deep Eddy Cabaret and everybody's coming in. They're like, they're talking about Rolling Stones. I'm like, where are you going to see the Rolling Stones at? Like, they played last night. I'm like, where?
It was a big enough deal that I heard about it on the radio up here. That show was talked about for weeks.
Dude, more power. Rolling Stones.
I don't like the Stones.
I was gonna say iconic band, obviously one of the most respected bands in the world. I respect the Rolling Stones, but I could not give two shits about going to the Stones.
Bro, why do I want to go see some geriatrics up there dancing around? You fucking got me.
Well, but Mick Jagger, he's like apparently like all in the social media verse because he's like pops up as an average Joe at dive bars and nobody even realizes it's him. Like take pictures of the dive bars having a beer or whatever, and nobody knows it's him. And I think that's pretty cool. Yeah,
that's all, dude. No, look, mad respect for everybody in that band. They're all fucking iconic. Dude, what am I going to go to the fucking Stones concert for, bro? For 4 hours of hearing songs that have been jammed my throat for years.
I know. And then, but the thing about Mick Jagger, but I was like, I don't want to. I'd rather just accidentally run into Mick Jagger at a dive bar and be like, hey, dude,
100%.
Thanks for all the people you inspired and all the wonderful things you've done for music. I don't own a single one of your records, and I've only heard you on fucking Eagle FM, but it's like
that's what I listen to. Eagle FM is what I listen to.
I said it. But with that said, I do appreciate. Hey, dude, kudos to you.
Hey, and, give me shelter, great.
Yeah,
yeah, whatever.
All these babes running around town with the.
Oh yeah.
Like, is that you? I'm not, and I'd probably say, Mickey, McJaggy. What's over there?
Yeah, well, where'd that come from?
Yeah,
just walk up to him. Hey, Mickey. Frankly, though, the most interesting person in the band, I mean, is Keith Richards, because the man is a walking example of a science experiment gone wrong. He's ingested enough drugs to kill full countries, and yet he's older than most people in the world.
I'm assuming. I mean, I heard a rumor years ago that he gets a blood transfusion every fucking month.
I'm pulling it up, bro. Something like that has to be, dude, bro. He literally, when they were saying back in the day that he was going to play, or maybe he did he end up ever playing Captain Jack Sparrow's dad in those Pirates movies? Bro, when they were saying that, I was like, yo, that's the best casting I've ever heard. The motherfucker looks like he was alive back then. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I'll just imagine him getting on stage and like, I were the Rolling Stones, and then freaking Mick Jagger's what's his name? Keith Richards just gets his first hits that first note and just into dust.
Or he's up there with an IV and a blood bag. This says, so here's something crazy.
How long are those freaking wheelchair ramps to get those old fuckers up there?
Right. So the blood transfusion thing isn't quite what you remembered it as. So there is a very rampant blood transfusion rumor, but the actual rumor is it started in 1973. So it has nothing to do with his age. The rumor was that he did so many drugs that he checked himself into a clinic in Switzerland and had all of his blood replaced by clean blood.
God damn.
That makes me want to pass out. It says, and that says 73. He decided, I got to get clean blood, bro. So he knew then he had a problem. But then you click, how long has Keith Richards been sober? And it's 2 years. So he spent the next 40 fucking years, 50 years after that going just as hard, ruining the new blood.
He's probably felt terrible. He's like, I need new blood. I need new blood. And then he goes syrup. And then he gets all this new blood. They're like, dude, this is gonna be fucking dangerous. You might not make it. So I'll do anything. And they fucking prick his fingers. One good old blood out, new blood in, and then he gets that new blood. Next day he wakes up, he's like, feel fucking great. Let's get a fucking drink.
Let's get some blow.
I haven't felt like partying this hard in years.
Yeah, dude. Okay. So how old is this motherfucker? It says
Place your
one of
bets.
the
76.
Top, I'm gonna say 82. The top question is: does Keith Richards sleep? Keith Richards' age 77. You got it.
Oh yeah.
So he's not as old as I thought, but he's still rocking and rolling pretty fucking hard for that's a geriatric, bro. I mean, he's getting the AA discounts. He's getting the fucking Golden Corral discounts. Free.
I don't know why we're talking so much shit about old people, considering that we as well will be old people, and we don't have the money to be the 80s, the new 60 kind of old people either.
Maybe.
I mean, one day.
Speaking of not having the money when I'm that old,
imagine we talk to our parents the way we're talking about Keith Richards and Mick Jagger right now.
And my parents ain't no 77 years old, bro.
You fucker.
They're not young.
Going to see you for Christmas. Hey, what's up, you old fucks?
You want to know something insane?
Yeah, you need to put a stool in that fucking bathtub, Mom.
Keith Richards. Bathroom stool.
Need a handle on that toilet to pick yourself up.
Keith Richards is younger than Mick Jagger.
How old's Mick Jagger? 85?
Shit, 78. I aped his fucking dancing style so hard in Rochester, and nobody ever was like, hey, Mick Jagger. Everybody's just like, why do you dance like that? Like, bro, I'm doing the Rooster, baby. This is Mick Jagger all the way. Come on, y'all know y'all ain't seen Give Me Shelter? Hells Angels stacked 3 people.
Bro, you used to fucking dance your ass off.
Better believe it, bro. The best performance always did.
I was always just going fucking nuts.
You would go nuts. You were like a violent rampage every show, which is like an amazing fucking mood to set for a show. And then I was like how fucking borderline fabulous can I make this?
I was like a fucking terror.
You knew when your shirt came off that the show was going in a direction. It was always so fun.
Yeah,
dude, DCD shows were nuts. Wink and the Gun shows were fucking nuts.
Why do you keep on saying DCD? I keep on forgetting about that.
That shit was the shit. What was that one song I fucking love that y'all had? Did you get the thing I sent you the other day?
Yeah, I got it.
Bernadette Nur. I was crying, bro. Whoever saw that name and thought to make that meme is a fucking legend, dude. What the fuck? For those who haven't seen it, there's a meme going around with it's a screenshot of some old woman's Facebook profile, and her name is Bernadette Nur. And it says, hey, what's the name, or what's that CKY song you used to listen to a lot? Bernadette Nur. Woo, that's funny. That's good shit, man. Whoever made that one is fucking smart. That shit had me laughing so hard.
Dude, oh my God.
But yeah, so look, that's what I gotta say. It's because it's funny. It's so dystopian. So you were saying we're likely not going to have that kind of money when we're that age, and you're likely very right. I believe they're probably like 100 millionaires.
I mean, you won't.
I mean, we'll see. But at my new job, they flat out told us day before yesterday, hey guys, I just want to be very clear. In 2 years, your jobs aren't going to exist. We have all the equipment here to run everything without you. So keep that in mind and try to learn a new trade.
God damn.
That's dystopian as fuck.
Yeah. Shit. Well, with that said,
I laughed. I thought it was fucking hysterical. I'm not planning on being there no 2 fucking years.
I mean, what do you fucking think? I mean, like, what does anybody fucking think when they get a fucking job? Anyways.
Yeah, no, well, that's the thing. We want everything right now, and then we go, well, how come humans can't do that?
Me, more, now.
Give me, the Berenstein Bears and the Gimme Gimmes. Do you remember that?
The Berenstein Bears? Yeah. Berenstein Bears thing?
They had a book where the cover was them like shoveling candy in their fucking mouths.
Yeah.
And it was called Berenstein Bears, Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. And that band took that name and made it their cover band. The only cover band that ever got signed to a label that I know of.
Hey, oh shit. You know what I thought about just now? You know what I started? You know what we started watching?
What?
Yellowstone.
Yeah, fuck yeah. How far are
Dude,
you?
we're towards the end of season 2. How many seasons are there? There are 3 or 4
right now. There's
Oh
4
my
right now.
god,
We're
fucking
on 4.
losing it, dude. So yeah, I don't know if y'all throw back to whatever episode that was, but Joel brought up Yellowstone. Didn't go into too much detail.
Episode.
It was the last episode, excuse me, but it's just been a while. But anyways, I'm not going to spoil it for you either. But if you're not watching it,
fucking up.
I've never, Joel, you're absolutely right. I've never seen a show where I'm like, you have to watch this show.
Yeah.
But this is, you have to watch this fucking show. How do they figure this out? You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, and it's even, I think the reason that I like it so much, it's borderline predictable. So like, you're like saying like, oh, well, they're going to do this. And then like, I'm doing this. Like, yes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not like the plot twists are there, but they're like, you
they're
know,
kind of obvious.
They're kind of obvious, but it's what you would do if you're in that situation.
It's what you want them to do
almost
every time. Yeah.
Instead of like Game of Thrones, like, no, and like, oh, yeah,
yeah.
It's like, yes, I'm getting what I fucking want, and this is what needs to be done for fucking the colonizers to keep fucking shit up. Wait.
Yeah, well, so like, and this is no spoiler or anything at all, but they will take that comfort from you in season 3. And it makes it such an interesting feeling, because suddenly I went from going, man, I can't wait to see what happens to, oh my God, I hope I'm wrong about this. And that's like, and the way that this current season is going is a lot more pulled back and chill. And I think they're trying to lull us into a false sense of like security again. But man, it's such a good show. I don't know if you realize this, because I didn't, and I was actually shocked to find this out. So when I talked about it last time, I told you it's Taylor Sheridan, and he wrote and directed Hell or High Water and wrote Sicario. And I'd kind of left it at that, because in my mind, that's what his career has been. I thought, oh, he wrote Sicario and that's how he got famous. Bro, I'm a fucking moron. He starred on Sons of Anarchy. Okay? Who? Taylor Sheridan, the creator of Yellowstone. So I'm going to blow your mind right now. He starred on Sons of Anarchy. He's one of the sons. I can't remember his fucking name on there. And then he used that to write some episodes for Sons of Anarchy and parlayed that into getting some writing gigs. And that's how he got Sicario. But get this, on Yellowstone, you know the ranch. I think this is probably where you're at around now. You know the ranch that Kevin Costner works with, that's the extremely wealthy rodeo dude who does the really nuts stuff with the horses, like run them and make them stop really fast.
Yeah,
spin in circles. That's Taylor Sheridan. That fucking main rodeo dude with the hat that acts like a Cuero dad, that's Taylor Sheridan.
He wrote that damn show?
He wrote and created that show and wrote Sicario and wrote and directed Hell or High Water. And he seems like someone who went to Cuero High School in that show. It's bonkers to me.
That guy is?
Yes.
Oh, damn, I would have never in a million years guessed that. And the fucking Rip, the character Rip in Yellowstone.
Rip.
You know who that is?
No.
He's the fucking redhead with the badass truck in Dazed and Confused.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, dude. I was like, that dude looks so familiar. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he was in Dazed and Confused. I'm like, and then sure as fuck, it is.
Oh my fucking God, dude.
Yes. Isn't that fucking wild? What's his name?
Cole Hauser. Holy shit. I know that name. What else is this fucking guy?
He looks like somebody we fucking grew up with. He looks, so if those who that didn't grow up in cattle country America, like Joel and I, granted, this does take place in Montana, but where we grew up, these characters, that's how, I mean, I don't know about the murder in the fucking.
Well, sure, but the characters besides that.
The characters, like the way they act, the way they talk, and the way they're like really quick wit, and they're like their redneckisms and stuff like that. That's all spot on.
Perfect. It's pitch fucking perfect.
It really is. It's like, dude, I feel like if you took the mountains out of it, put some rolling hills, and I put it in and it's like took place out Texas, it would be spot on. The wardrobe and everything.
I know he probably wouldn't fucking do it since he's doing Yellowstone and he already has that new Jeremy Renner show about the mob or whatever. But it would be so sick, though, to get a Texas version of this.
King Ranch.
Well, that's the Taylor. Yeah, he talks about King Ranch in the show, too. That Taylor Sheridan character is supposed to be like King Ranch. That's who that's supposed to be.
They call and you know what I love about when they talk about him? They talk about him as a North Texan. They don't call him a Texan. That's very
crazy, too. They nailed a lot of that shit.
Yeah. That's a very cowboy Texan way of talking. It's like you're a North Texan, you're a South Texan.
Well, it's even not even just cowboys. We talk like that.
Yeah,
Remember how much shit we talked when I was moving up here?
Yeah.
Bro, just basically becoming a traitor to my fucking people.
Dude, yeah, it's pretty wild, man. Yeah, and it's just
it's a trip.
Amanda and I are watching it, and I'm like, "Did you freaking do livestock?" She's like, "Yeah," and like we're just like talking about, I'm like, "Man, it's so crazy." So did I, and they're like, just like it's like these are just like the things we grew up with, you know. And it's just I never seen anybody fucking get murked. But
sure, but I mean that's the thing though. Maybe it happened, bro. There was a lot of inside baseball that went on with the stuff like that in Cuero and in places around. Not murder, but I'm saying, bro, there's been murders in Cuero that have gone unsolved and shit.
Oh yeah, most certainly. But
I guarantee somebody killed somebody for ranch money in Cuero at some point.
But that's not what I'm making that.
No,
face.
I get what you're saying.
No,
I just want.
No, you don't get what I'm saying because you don't know what I'm about to say. This is the second time you said not one off air and one on air. Oh my God, looks like freaking. Oh my God, I'm watching. I gotta send you the scene. I'm watching the 84 Dune on the screen right now, in the Gom Jabbar scene, and it really looks like Paul Atreides is finger blasting the Reverend Mother. It's pretty weird.
It's a weird fucking movie, bro. We watched it last month, and I was kind of bummed that I spent $40 on it.
On what?
I bought this badass Dune 4K box set of the old movie, and I've watched it, and I was like, I've seen it, but I kind of felt like I was going to like it more as an adult, and we put it on, and I was not feeling it.
Watch the scene of Paul Atreides putting his hand in the box with no sound. Okay.
That's my all-time favorite scene from that. That's all I remember from it as a kid.
It's probably the most iconic scene of Dune so far. I'm almost done with the first book, so I mean, it's like that's still my favorite.
You're reading a book?
Listening.
Okay. Either way, that's fucking really good, Doug. It's a great book. Sorry, go ahead.
No, we'll get back into it. But you fucking said off air and on air, inside baseball. Yeah, that's new. You've never said that before in your life.
No, I've said that forever.
You've never said that forever.
You know what it means, right?
Okay, maybe you have.
You know what it means, right?
What does it mean? Tell us what it means.
It just means the inside workings of something, like of a business or of a company, like that, or of a situation. It's the stuff that only the people who are playing it would know, right? So the inside baseball of it is that this is happening instead of what the.
Why don't you just call it baseball?
Because it's the stuff that the people on the outside won't see,
like the fans.
Right, exactly. So like the trades and shit, they're not a part of that. The inside baseball.
It's baseball.
It's just baseball, baby.
It's just baseball. Like, well, okay. Well, are you on the field? Are you playing? Are you in the dugout? Are you in the freaking offices? No, it's like because you're just a fan.
Yeah, you're outside baseball. That's outside baseball.
Yeah. So no, but so you just say it's we're playing baseball. You're watching baseball. Anyways, so no. Back to what what. Dune. Oh, the book. So I freaking, for those who don't, spoiler alert, I pretty much just got introduced to Chani, and the Fremen are a part of the story now. And it's like really deep into the mountains, and they're like looking at these water reserves and stuff. And I just got introduced to one of the main characters, and it's 13 hours into listening.
Yeah.
13 hours. Like the character building and the world building is absolutely crazy. And dude, sometimes I'm listening to it, I'm like, this was written in 1963. How? Yeah, it's so bizarre.
Well, and that's we talked about it before when we were talking about Dune, maybe a few episodes ago. But like, it's easy to like look at Dune and see it as a lot of cliches. And I think probably a lot of people watched that new one and were like, wow, that was a fucking beautiful looking movie. But it's like, I've seen this story a million times or what have you. And yeah, that's fair. But he created that. He is the reason those cliches exist. That book is the blueprint. And he did a really good job. Yeah, no, for sure. And he did a really good job. Me just outside looking in, reading for the first time, being a new fan. I'm like, dude, there's so many things in there. I'm like, oh my God. It's like, this has been here. This has been around this long. And it's fucking crazy because usually you just like, like Star Wars and stuff. It's like Star Wars. You could watch you don't even have to watch Star Wars, but you know it. Yeah. Dune has been around longer than Star Wars. Mm-hmm. And I've never heard of anything. Yeah. It's never been spoiled just because nobody can spoil Dune. It's like almost unapproachable for general audiences. Yeah, they enjoy it. We enjoy it. But if you asked one of us to sit down and do like if somebody said to you, hey, have you ever seen asked somebody, have you ever seen Star Wars? And like, no. I'm like, do you know anything about Star Wars? And be like, I know Luke Skywalker's dad is Darth Vader. Mm-hmm. I've never seen it, but I know that. Exactly. You go to Dune, they're gonna be like, do you ever seen Dune? Like, no.
what's that? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
If anything, they'll know a worm, and they won't know anything beyond that, and they likely won't even know about the worm. It's interesting, but I wonder if that'll last now. That movie did very well for the way they released it, and people are pretty hyped for the second one. If the second one like gives people what they want, which I think is like at least one big battle, I think if they give them at least one big battle in the movie, people will be happy. The book has a couple they can use. But the thing is, one thing that I like, if you really love it after it's over, take a deep fucking breath and dive into Dune Messiah, because it's fucking bonkers, dude.
I'm trying.
Bonkers.
My goal is to get all the way to the God Emperor.
Yeah, they get real weird as you go, bro. But like, so my dad tapped out at God Emperor. He was like, dude, it's just so weird now, and I'm having a hard time following it. But he loves Dune Messiah. It is bonkers, dude. And if they ever try to make a movie out of that one, that will be something that'll really be tough to get general audiences to watch. It's on another level of weird.
Oh yeah, your dad's probably like, so Jesus is turning into a worm?
Nah, he fucking digs the shit out of like things that take religion and use them like as a backdrop, like Matrix. He loves Matrix for that shit.
Well, because there's this whole white savior thing that I really that people that have not seen or read it have been using about Paul Atreides' character, but it really if you really read it and get into the character and really do some deep, it's really an expose about how badly it is to put all your faith into one person and what's going to happen, you know,
and one bloodline, dude. And his obsession with the Fremen. Caroline's review for the movie on Letterboxd just says, "Damn, Paul, #1 Fremen fanboy." And it's like, yeah, bro, he really do be cheesing for the Fremen through the whole fucking movie. Like, this is a dude with a singular vision and a singular fucking drive, and it's all based on selfishness. He thinks he wants to save House Atreides, but in reality, he just wants to figure out what his vision is. He's a very singular, spoiled character with the weight of the whole fucking universe on his shoulders, and he doesn't care. He shows no fear, and that's ridiculous. He should be afraid. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. What else is new?
Dude, that guy from Yellowstone, I'm just looking at his IMDb because I was like, holy shit, the Rip.
Okay, bro, say his name one more time. I'm so sorry.
Cole Hauser.
Okay.
Yeah, so I looked that up because I was like, damn, that name is mad familiar. And when I saw his face in that fucking thing, it started to really ring a bell. Dude, he looks totally different without the beard and with a little less weight and being older than he was in Dazed and Confused. You would definitely recognize him in everything I'm about to list. Too Fast, Too Furious, Good Will Hunting, Pitch Black, The Breakup, School Ties, Olympus Has Fallen, A Good Day to Die Hard, Paparazzi, Acts of Violence, Heart's War, Riddick.
Riddick, damn.
Dude, he's in all the Riddicks. Pitch Black, Riddick, fucking Chronicles of Riddick. He's in so many fucking movies, and I never would have known that was him until you said that. That's wild. Dude, he's different in this.
Well, he dyed his hair. He's not red.
Yeah, and it's the beard too. Like that fucking black beard just makes him a different character. Bro, what do you think about
his
Beth?
voice gave it away, huh?
What do you think about Beth as a character?
I
Truthfully
love her, dude. Yeah. God damn it, she's fucking funny and brutal, and then she's a fucking bad mother effer, dude. She's
cruel. She's cruel, bro. It's one of those characters where I'm like, oh, nice. It's one of those characters where I'm like, fuck you, but then I'm like, damn, this is a really savagely written character. She says some shit.
Oh yeah, and she goes in on some fucking characters. I'm like, why are you doing that to them,
bro? You already know she in particular goes in on one fucking character all the time, and it is mean, bro.
And it's always crazy, like, and it's like something like it's like a crazy manipulation or whatever. And this is a trope that happens in all kinds of movies, where they're like, good example. This happens in all kinds of movies, and even in Super Troopers, where they're like, you're part of our team, but we're fucking brutally mean to you.
Yeah.
To the point where you betray us. Then we're like, how could you do that to us? Like they do to Farva.
Does Farva betray them?
Yeah.
How? I don't even remember.
Where he's like, when they're like delicing him, and when they fucking arrest him, he's like, powdered sugar. He's like, and they keep on talking. He's like, it's delicious.
Oh, yeah.
And then he joins the cops. He joins the city cops, whatever. But they're like, anyway. Like, how could you betray us, dude? It's like y'all literally were horrible to him, and y'all let Rabbit skip the line. Yeah, Farva's a little bit of a dick, but you're all dicks. You know, it's like
Farva's just loud.
And there's like, in other films, like where I'm sure somebody has one in mind right now. If you do, chime in. But like, like there's that one guy in the group that everybody's mean to the point where he leaves and he betrays them. Like, how you do that to us? Because you're fucking horrible to me, and so fuck you. You know what I mean? And then they feel bad and they're like, well, I shouldn't have betrayed you. You know what I mean? It's like, no.
And somehow they're the ones at fault. And you know what? Not to be too deep on it, but that may be a big reason why we have a culture where boys are cruel to each other constantly as friends and roast each other to the point of like being like actual bullies to they're like best friends and shit. Yeah. Because in movies, not only is that normal, it's totally acceptable, and the person who actually gets offended by it is in the wrong and has to come around and be like, sorry bros, I know it was just ball busting. Like, that's some shit, bro. Some weird shit.
The person getting his fucking shit reamed.
Has to come around and be like, sorry, just to have friends.
Yeah. It's like, no, fuck you, motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm. And
it's like,
yeah, that's weird.
No, don't change the movies or anything. Keep them the way they're going. I mean, but I'm just saying.
But that is weird, though.
How could you do that to us? It's like, fuck you. What do you mean?
Yeah. That happens a lot in romance movies too, where one of the characters will do something needlessly cruel to their fucking significant other, and then by the end of the movie, somehow the person that they did that to is coming around to be like, my bad, bro. If I had just been more understanding before you did that, that would have never happened. Yeah, that's just gaslighting. What the fuck?
Exactly. Yeah, dude. It's like, so the moral story is like, submit.
yeah, that's fucking weird, bro. I got a piece so bad. BRB.
Yeah. So, man, it's so crazy. I can't think of a damn movie that has that trope, but I'm sure everybody can understand where I'm coming from. That whole like Judas trope, like betraying your savior. What the fuck? I don't know. God damn. If anybody has any ideas of what I'm referring to, please leave in the comments below or reach out to us in DMs on Instagram. And I didn't see, but. And you can always listen to us on Apple, which is working. So don't worry about that. If you're subscribed on Apple, you're getting this, or you're getting our notifications. Don't know if you're listening, but we do. Spotify, Google, I think we're still on, and Stitcher. I actually did a big move. I took all of we switched ports, got some things happening. So just, keep that in mind. Things acting weird. Just wondering where we've been. And also, I got some stuff going on in my personal life that that I'm really excited about. Got some new roomies, if you will. And so just been busy. Joel started a new job. So yeah. But anyways, we got a lot of episodes coming up. We got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. Of course, when we get back into our new episodes, or when we go to those episodes, we take like those week breaks. We have episodes like this where it's just you're listening to us catch up. So sorry for the ramblings
but these episodes usually end up having the most fluid conversation because we're genuinely talking and we haven't been talking every single day and then digging for something to bring up during the show. I do think I wrote some shit down as a note like a couple weeks ago. I'm just burning through real quick.
Couple weeks.
A couple of weeks. Oh, this is dumb, but I just want to encourage everyone to join me in this. Many episodes ago, probably February-ish, we discussed Vin Diesel dropping the hottest song of the year, that fucking dance song where he sings or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I signed up for notifications for Vin Diesel's Instagram, and now anytime he posts something, I try to get there within a minute and post the full lyrics. I just want to encourage everybody to do that as well.
What? Do it. I mean, I don't know what hold on.
I mean, I'm going to keep doing it. Is it cold where you guys live? Let us know in the comments. It's been kind of a weird winter here.
I just did a fucking comment shout out too. In the comments. Damn, dude, I'm trying. Okay, so keep on, dude. Keep going. There's something I am looking up. You're going to fucking love this.
Okay. Yeah, just interrupt me when you find it. I just also want to read this right now that I found on Google. I typed Vin Diesel just because I'll always be typing dad's name. I like to see him. And he said, the top question, what is Vin Diesel ethnicity? Not even what is Vin Diesel's ethnicity. What is Vin Diesel ethnicity? And the answer is, Diesel has stated that he is of ambiguous ethnicity.
Ambiguous. I love that. Dude.
That's what they used to say about Pete Davidson. They said, you ambiguous looking motherfucker.
Dude, there's a fucking, okay, so I'm going to try it one more time.
Okay.
I'm looking for a famous studio bass player. I've been watching a lot of his videos. I just cannot remember his fucking name. The moment I see it, I'll absolutely know. Famous studio bass player. Who's the most famous bass player? Nope. God damn it.
Palladino,
No, keep going.
Justin Meldell Johnson,
Nope.
James Jameson,
No, getting closer.
Carol Kay.
Nope, getting closer.
They only gave me 4. Oh, this one's got 5. Hold on. Joe Osborne,
Nope.
Donald Duck Dunn.
No, but you know Donald Duck Dunn was though, right?
Nope, but I'm looking now.
I
Neil
found his
Young,
name.
Rod Stewart.
I found his name already. So, but
Okay.
Donald Duck Dunn was the bass player for not only the Saturday Night Live band, but in the Saturday Night Live band is who's playing in Blues Brothers.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And it's all Duck Dunn playing in that band.
Yep, that's listed as one of his bands. He also was with Jimmy Buffett, Ray Charles, Eric Clapton, Dylan, Frampton, Jerry Lewis, Stevie Nicks, Jerry Lee Lewis, to be clear.
All right. So anybody that's a musician, and it's so crazy because you and I mean, I nerd out about like musicians a little bit harder than you do, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think so.
I know so. I mean, I'm not going to know who's the fucking lead singer of fucking Dance Gavin Dance, but at the same
I don't
time,
know him either. I know who the lead singer of Emarosa is, though. Shout out.
So the dude I'm talking about, y'all are like I said, but this dude's name's Leland Sklar, and in like the studio musician world, like the proper musician world, he's an absolute icon. He has been recording.
Oh, he looks awesome.
Yeah, he's fucking incredible. He's been on thousands of studio albums.
Holy shit, you're not lying.
And the guitar, and he's almost used the guitar for the same guitar for every single studio recording, and it's like a custom one that he built years ago. And he's like Willie Nelson gets his guitar signed by everybody. It's kind of one of those situations. And so this bass is probably the most prestigious bass on the planet, and this like really sweet guy, unassuming. You would never know that he's like one of the best bass players in the world. And when you watch him work a bass, dude, it's like holy mail, holy mail, send it to me. No, it's like it's really help me. It's really intriguing.
Yeah, no, that's fast, dude. I want to encourage anyone who's listening right now to, while we're talking, pull up this motherfucker's Wikipedia, bro, and just hit the section of the albums he's on. I've been scrolling almost the whole time he's been talking.
He is on all these albums, thousands.
Everything from fucking Air Supply to, Air Supply is on here.
Or even like he did the fucking Alf TV theme.
He did the fucking soundtrack to Coyote Ugly.
Yeah,
bro, I can go on with you all day on this,
dude. So like this dude, and he's really sweet. He's really unassuming, and he's like, and his personal YouTube's quite low, but at the same time, it's like he's so respected. And like when you watch him, he did all of Phil Collins' studio albums, and he just waxes that ass on that fucking bass, dude. It's really cool, dude. Just Merle Haggard, freaking Arlo Guthrie, fuck, he did. Rod Stewart, did you say that already? Rick Springfield, Carly Simon.
I love that you bringing that up, because for the first time in a while yesterday, I actually did go down a rabbit hole of a musician, and I sent you a text about it. Do you know who that is?
Yes, of course I do.
Okay. Well, because a lot of people yesterday my mom didn't know who that was.
Really?
So yeah, and I sent her his most famous song, and she was like, I don't think I've heard this before, which is mind-boggling to me. So yesterday I was just feeling like jamming some fucking kind of romantic, moody music. I was, whatever. And so I put on Keep Me in Your Heart for a while.
I was feeling moody.
I put on Keep Me in Your Heart for a while by Warren Zevon, and Jesus Christ, I am so into that song right now. But I let his shit play for like 2.5 hours, dude. And so many songs that he sings that I never knew. Did I know this guy's name till yesterday? You know what I mean? Like, I'd heard it, but I didn't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. There were so many songs that came up that I was like, I know this. And I'd look at it and it was still him. Be like, what the fuck? It's crazy.
I went to a man at Chinese menu in his hand.
And
dude, Have a Little Faith in Me is a fucking dope ass song.
Bro, yes. Keep Me in Your Heart for a While is a dope ass song.
Keep Me in Your Heart for a while, though, right?
Nope.
That's the last song that he recorded. because he died. There's like really a tremendous amount of documentation of his last year on this earth.
Really?
He's dead, right?
Yeah, he died of mesothelioma, which is
Yeah.
crazy to me. But the reason I was thinking to bring it up right now is because you mentioned that oh god damn it, the dude we were just talking about.
Did you say his name?
Yeah, Warren Zevon, but who was the other guy's name?
About Warren Zevon. Who are we talking about? Leland Sklar?
Leland Sklar, right. So when you said he played, did you say he played for one of the night shows?
The night shows?
Like a TV show? Like, was he one of the house bands for one of those shows?
No, that was Duck Dunn.
Okay, for sure. Well, Warren Zevon used to fill in when Paul couldn't be on the Tonight Show. He was on Tonight Show like 80 times.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's crazy. And so I went down a rabbit hole last night watching fucking a bunch of shit after he died. But like, yeah, he's sort of low key, man. Like, he created a lot of music people know, but nobody really knows his name.
Dude, he's like, oh shit. And like, dude, a lot of these iconic freaking albums, this Leland, just what we're talking about, he's on all these things. But also, there's a great documentary, if anybody's ever seen it, called The Wrecking Crew. Have you seen that? The Wrecking Crew, like everything from like all these like real in the 60s, almost every pop album that came out in the 60s all came out in the same studio, including like Beach Boys and some other ones. Excuse me for drawing a blank. But they this is still a thing. It's not as prevalent today, but it used to be you were a hired gun. They would hire you to be in the studio, and then you would do the recording, and that's it. And you got paid that flat rate. You didn't get royalties or anything. Right. They would hire touring musicians to go do it. But this studio would have this one band. They call them the Wrecking Crew. They call them the Wrecking Crew because they would bring him in for everything. The Wrecking Crew did a tremendous amount of albums as well. So that's something else I highly suggest checking out too. And
is that on Netflix or anything? I feel like I've seen. I've seen the cover for that.
Yeah, it's called The Wrecking Crew. It's a great documentary. It really just puts a lot of perspective on the life of a musician, because everybody thinks that being a musician means you're a rock star. It's like, no, these are people that are putting bread on the table for their families, and so like, and they're just like really talented musicians. And like,
we have a friend who does that to a lesser degree. I mean, I won't say what friend I'm talking about. He lives in Austin. He plays music constantly still. His thing has always been, and the way he continues to be able to make money playing music is he goes in and does shit on people's records.
Yeah, studio work for sure. I mean, if you understand your keys and like your progressions and stuff, you can get pretty serious job as a musician. Bass players, if you know how to truly play the bass, you don't have to be like fucking
you flipping the bass.
Yeah, you don't have to fucking be Geddy Lee on that motherfucker. But if you know your bass, that's probably the most. That and the drummer are the two best gigs to get in and to make money, are consistent money in that realm, because you're not gonna again, if you take the rock star element out of it, dude. But well,
hold on real quick, because when you asked if I'd seen Wrecking Crew and you started talking about it, I was like, man, I haven't seen that, but I know I've seen something like that. So I looked it up. The one I've seen is called Hired Gun, and it's a little newer than that one, and it's about touring musicians, not studio. So it's about the dudes who Kiss and Metallica and Billy Joel, I think, bring on tour.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they're called, though. They're called they're called hired guns. That's not like.
Yeah.
So that made me think of something else, but I cannot freaking remember. Whatever. It'll come back to me. It's probably a lie anyways. So the Wrecking Crew give you ideas of the albums they've done. There's there's all kinds of guys that keeps on changing. Their lineup keeps on changing, but they did these are all old ass albums. They did I'm looking at this list, and it's hundreds of albums that they've been on. Captain and Tennille, of course.
Hell yeah, dude. No, hold on. Every single time, I will never think of Captain and Tennille the same after this. I want everyone, including you, Doug. I want y'all to.
Each voice words. I'm in the Papas. Sorry.
I'm going to tell you guys an album cover to pull up right now, and then I'm going to tell you something about it, and you're never, ever, ever going to be able to unsee it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I got to find what the name of the album is. Hold on. Captain and Tennille is a fucking trip to me because of this. Okay. So when I worked at Half Price Books, one of my main gigs was buy counter. So people would bring shit in. I would make an offer on it. So I saw so many of the same vinyls over and over and over because, an 80-year-old woman with a tote of vinyls is going to have the same shit as the woman who came in before, just period, So like it was very much a brainless thing when you would get like a geriatric bringing in vinyls. You know, if it wasn't someone our age, we didn't really fucking get much out of looking through.
Backlash on this episode when it comes to old people.
It's fine, bro. That's ageism, and it's all good. I love old people. I'm about to be old. I'm halfway to the age that old is, I guess, or whatever. But
Yeah,
so
no, for sure. We're on our way.
So one weird thing is that like you get really sort of just like jaded to seeing all these ridiculous covers from the 70s. There's so many bonkers album covers from the 1970s. They're just not normal. There's a Barbra Streisand album cover that's just a stick of butter with a fly on it. Things were so weird at this one period of time when these records have bonkers covers. So the funniest shit to me was always the ones that had like classy pictures on the front, like a couple or something. And Captain and Tennille was brought up constantly to me, like, let me know when you find a Captain and Tennille. I gotta tell you this. I gotta show you this. You'll never be able to unsee it. I'm like, fine. So you can take Love Will Keep Us Together, Song of Joy, or the one that's self-titled just Captain and Tennille. Any of those three records. He's dead. He's not alive. It's like Weekend at Bernie's. It's a lifeless figure being like propped up with his wife. It's the most bizarre shit, dude. He doesn't look alive. I think it's a Weekend at Bernie's situation. I think he died and they just kept propping him up on these album covers. Dude, we would tell everybody this when they would bring him in and people would be like, holy shit, you're right. He looks fucking dead. When you really start to notice it, it's scary. Look up Captain and Tennille self-titled. It's a green. It says Captain and Tennille in green and she's like got her arm around him. That's the only one where he's got sunglasses off and he still looks dead.
It looks fine to me.
No, it's a Weekend at Bernie's situation, bro. I fucking know it is. She's pulling strings somehow to get this dude to move. He's dead.
He looks alive to me.
I mean, there's one album cover where he's playing the guitar, and I'll give him that one. But the one where he's holding the dog, he's definitely dead.
Or is the dog dead?
No, the dogs are alive. Dogs are alive. He's fucking dead.
That's how they convinced you for years that he wasn't dead. The dogs were alive.
Have you seen
Captain and Tennille?
Have you seen Apocalypse Now?
Of course.
Okay. Well, yesterday, I started a new job. Like I said, my new manager came up to me and like, we haven't really interacted much at all, but I kept seeing him smiling when he was looking at me. And I was like, what the fuck is this dude doing? You know? Cause that just hadn't really happened yet where anybody was looking at me and I was like, am I fucking up? You know, or am I doing really good? Like what's happening right now? And finally he catches me catching him. Okay. And he comes over to me. He's probably like early 40s, I think. Uh-huh. He comes over to me and he goes, hey man, I just got to tell you something. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. And he goes, you ever seen Apocalypse Now? I'm like, yeah. He goes, man, you look just like Chef. And at the moment I was just like, all right, hell yeah, dude, thanks. But then I looked it up when I got home and he's fucking right. And I'm never going to be able to unsee myself being him now. There's like 1 or 2 shots on Google that are 100% me. I think I might have been in that movie.
You don't look anything like a Chef, dude.
I think maybe I was just sweating pretty hard yesterday and he thought I was looking a little grimy or something. I don't know. I took it as a compliment. While we're on the movie thing, though, I've seen 4 movies since the last fucking time we did one of these. And so I'm just going to not review them, but give a quick rundown of things to watch and things not to watch. Okay. Things not to watch. Last Night in Soho. It's the new movie from Edgar Wright. You would know him from Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Baby Driver, World's End. Banging ass movies. Not a big fan of Baby Driver, but love basically everything else he's ever done. Scott Pilgrim, all that jazz. Last Night in Soho is fucking terrible. Dog shit movie, bro. So fucking bad. And I'm sorry to say that because I love the cast. I thought it was really pretty. It's fucking awful. And I don't think I'm alone in thinking that. Last Duel. Oh, wait, I'm on things you shouldn't watch. Maybe don't watch Venom 2. I had an absolute fucking blast watching it, but if you're not looking for a ridiculous on purpose movie that basically laughs in the face of anyone who takes it seriously, you're not going to enjoy it. Venom comes out as gay in the movie. It's basically all an allegory for him being in a relationship with Tom Hardy and they're getting used to each other like an Odd Couple situation. It's delightful. It's really funny, but it's also really, really bad. So maybe don't watch it. Maybe do watch it. but know what you're getting into. It ain't Spider-Man.
Okay.
No Time to Die. I'm going to be the one who just flat out says it. I know we're supposed to act like those movies slap super hard. I thought it was so fucking boring, bro. It's like 3 hours long. I don't give a shit. There's 30 Bond movies. Why the fuck do I care? You know what I mean? And like, they keep being like, there's all these moments, because this is the last Daniel Craig one or whatever. And that's not like a spoiler or anything. That's very, like, everybody knows that. But like, there are moments in this movie, so many, because it's 3 hours long, so many moments where it's like the music swells up and there's this big reveal, but it's just some stupid shit from another Bond movie. I don't care. Unless the characters turn into the N64 polygons, nothing's going to be like interesting to me with that. And it's just boring, bro. It's just so boring. But the opening had this really crazy moment where they have to jump down this hole. And so before they do it, they drop this ball down. And as the ball falls down, it spins around and spits magnets all over the walls. And they have whatever magnets attract on their body. And they jump down the fucking hole and it lets them fall normal. It's sick as fuck. I was like, yo, that's one of the sickest ideas I've ever seen in a movie. Still only gave it like 2 stars, though, because the movie's boring. Okay. Red Notice with The Rock, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you know what you're getting into. I knew what I was getting into. I had a fucking great time. Love those movies.
Yeah, no, I started watching it. I watched half of it and I thought it was really good. I fell asleep. I need to rewatch it. Everything was really fun in there.
It's like a 90s movie. You know what I mean? It's just brainless. Just an action movie, dude. I enjoy it. I love that The Rock ends up in the jungle no matter what movie he's in, bro. There's no reason for them to go to the jungle in that movie, but there they go. And then the last one is a definitely watch, and you're going to need to watch it soon. It's on HBO Max. It's called 8-Bit Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
It is delightful, bro. I was in tears after it ended, and I think everyone will be. It gets you out of nowhere.
Who 8-Bit Christmas? Who did that?
Fuck, I don't know who, man. I got it pulled up right here. Let's see.
Somebody's known for his like he did a Christmas movie already or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Oh no, I don't know this guy. He directed a couple movies I like. He made the first Goon, and he made Take Me Home Tonight. But
yeah, I thought that he had something to do with another movie or whatever.
I don't see it on here. But it's Neil Patrick Harris. So basically, it flat out is a remake of Christmas Story. Period. And that's fine. But like it's Christmas Story, but instead of the BB gun, it's a Nintendo. Okay? Yeah. And instead of parents saying you'll shoot your eye out, they think that video games make kids
gonna melt your brain. Yeah.
Yeah, they think it makes kids like stupid or violent. And so it basically works just like Christmas Story. Neil Patrick Harris narrates the story of him trying to get the Nintendo as he's telling his daughter at Christmas in modern times. It's so good, dude. It's so fucking good. And it's like, has no right to be. It's aping a movie that's so famous, and it's flat out aping it with no qualms about it, you know?
That's another thing that you're doing now. Like you've said aping a few times now. What is aping?
Ripping off.
But are you like, where are you learning these from? Inside baseball, aping. It's like, what? I've never heard you say these things before.
Gaping. So yeah, that one's great. And then I also watched the Ridley Scott movie that just fucking came out, The Last Duel. That's another 3-hour long movie. And I can't even really say what the plot is because I'm not sure how YouTube feels about that, but it's a depressing fucking movie, but maybe worth a watch. But content warning, it's all centered around a essay. So
is
it
like
a bad thing that happens to somebody?
Is Ridley Scott the director?
Yeah, it's Ridley Scott directs it. It's Jodie Comer, Adam Driver, Ben Affleck, and Matt Damon. They look ridiculous. It's some of the worst makeup that I've seen for a movie like that. But the flip of it is that you forget that right away because the movie is probably his best movie of that kind since Gladiator. It's insanely watchable. But
that's right. Ridley Scott did Gladiator.
The plot's depressing as fuck. Super depressing.
And it's called Essay?
No, it's called The Last Duel. SA is a crime, an abbreviation for a crime that occurs in that movie that you can't say on YouTube. The whole movie centered around a bad thing that happens to a woman.
Essay.
A bad thing that happens to a woman, Doug.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, so it takes place in the medieval times, and it's about a dude who's married to this lady and something bad happens to her.
Okay.
And so he challenges that dude to a duel to the death. And it's told from 3 people's perspectives. The guy who committed the crime, the guy who wants to fight him, and then the truth of the girl who experienced it. So you go through the whole experience 3 times in 3 hours. It's heavy as fuck, but it's really good.
You think Mick Jagger's ever said gaping before?
Yeah. I think they had to invent that word for stuff he was doing. They were like, bro, what do we call it when this happens?
I call it gape.
This fucking
Gaping.
elephant trunk.
Dude, well, I'm happy we got to talk a lot of crap about Rolling Stones apparently and old people.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hey, man. Fuck yeah.
But
wait. One last music thing before we go.
Sure.
I think this is fascinating. And I was telling Caroline about it last night. It's just such a neat thing to me. So I'm in like a love-hate relationship with Smashing Pumpkins right now because I just like think that the stuff that he's putting out is maybe not very good. But like, like I'm jazzed that he's still feeling it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
kind of bummed that we're getting he just did a sequel to Melancholy and it's really not good.
A sequel.
Yeah. The sequel to my favorite album of all time. And it's just not very good. And there's like an anime to accompany it. And I'm just like, not really feeling it, but, but he did this great show the other day where he was just playing songs acoustic and shit, and he played like his shit, Zwan. He played fucking Zwan. Like, who wanted to hear that? Probably nobody, but he played it. And he's talking in between, and he's like, like one thing that everybody always fucking brings up is like, where did the name come from? Like, why? That's such a stupid name, And so he tells a story about how it came about, and it's fascinating. So when he was like 17, 18, he was going to these clubs and bars and shit and hanging out, trying to be cool. And he had no band. He had nothing like that. But when people would introduce himself, he would say, I'm Billy. I play in a band. And it's the first time he did that, the guy said, what's your band called? And as a joke, he said, the Smashing Pumpkins. And he liked that joke. So he kept using it anytime he introduced himself to people. He wanted to tell them about the person he wanted to be. But he, obviously didn't expect that would happen. But like 3 years later, he said he would be walking down the street and people he had met would come up to him and go, hey, Billy, hey, man, how's your band, the Smashing Pumpkins? And he was like, why the fuck do they remember this name? And he said at that moment, he knew that he had found something special just in the name alone that would likely carry the band if he was able to actually put it together.
Damn.
That's fascinating. Just imagine like you're walking down the street and some dude comes up and references a lie you told like 3 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it happens to you all the time. Got him. Cool. Well, thanks for listening to another episode of IDSIBIBY, I Believe You. Please click here if you want to watch, subscribe to our channel, I think, and yours last week's episode. And yeah, go listen to us and stuff. And we'll actually be back a lot now that we're back in action. All right. Later.
See ya!